All right, so Jason here, and what I want to do in this video is I want to do another GoHighLevel kind of tutorial, demo, I don't know, discussion, if you will, on how to use GoHighLevel to get great results for your clients. This is going to be very specific to agency owners, although, you know, most any business owner can probably gain some kind of value on the way that we would use GoHighLevel to get results for clients. For our own clients, you could consider consider using the same kind of setup to get results for your clients of your specific business, even if you're not a marketing agency like what I am. So the way to utilize GoHighLevel, or I should say, the way that we in our agency primarily use GoHighLevel, it plays directly into what we like to call the client results tier. Okay, so if you're an agency owner, so again, from going forward, I'm just going to speak from the aspect of an agency owner because that's what I am. I work with local small businesses to do marketing for them, and in exchange, I get paid month after month to help them get more customers. Okay. Now, there's different services that you can offer a client, and in the end, it doesn't matter what kind of service that you're offering a client, you're providing for a client. They base their satisfaction, the results that you're providing, they base everything off what I like to call the client results tier, okay? Different services provide different results, and it's important to know what results your services provide in regards to the client results tier. So let's just dig into this so we can get this to make sense. I'm gonna drag my face over here. So there's a bunch of different types of results that we can get for our clients, but I want to focus on the top three, and then I'll throw some examples of things that are not in the top three, but these are the top three results that all clients want. Now, in the end, it doesn't matter what a client says. They ultimately, when they want a specific service, if you ever have a client that tells you they want a specific service, it is literally based on this. This is in their head. They think that service is going to help them get these results, okay? It's no different than if a client's looking for a new website or an update to their website. Like, oh, we want to make our website. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, we just want it to look a little better, or we want to update this and that. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, we want to, you know, bring people to our site so they can shop around. Well, why? So we can get new customers. In the end, if you walk through the why sequence with any client on why they would want, on any business, on why they would want a specific service or why they're looking for something specific, it'll always end up with the ultimate answer is because they think it's going to help them get more customers. It's no different if we're talking about social media marketing or posting on Facebook pages, which I think is one of the most worthless activities when it comes to direct revenue. It is definitely something that can build branding and whatnot, but in the end, hey, I'm looking for someone to post on my Facebook page. Oh, okay, well, why is that? Well, we just heard that having an active social media is good for the business. Okay, well, why do you think that? Why do you want that? Well, we want to get more activity. We want more people checking out our page. But why? Because we want more customers. In the end, everything leads to more customers. Okay, so knowing that, let's look at what the top three results on the client results tier. Okay, coming in at number 3, okay, is leads. Okay, businesses like leads, and what is a lead? A lead is essentially just a name, email, my beautiful writing, and probably a phone number, and potentially some other information that we maybe have asked on our form or collected somehow. But a lead is simply a name, email, and phone number of a person who may be interested in getting the client's services or products, okay? Nothing more, nothing less. The next highest, you know, leads are good, but what's better than a lead? Well, what's better than a lead is an appointment, okay? And what is an appointment? An appointment is a lead with a specific day and time scheduled to discuss business. Okay, so that's even better than a lead. Okay, this is someone who's a step further. They said, hey, I'm interested, and also I'm going to talk to you at this day and this time. It's someone that's more in concrete, because during the appointment is when money potentially will exchange hands. That's when business is done, right? So an appointment is a step better than a lead. But what's better than an appointment, right? What's the highest level of the client results tier? Well, it's exactly what comes out of the appointment, right? It's a customer sale, right? And what is that? That's money has changed hands. Money changing hands. Okay, we'll just leave it at money. That's the ultimate result a client would want, right? So in the end, it doesn't matter what services we're providing, as long as we understand this. And it's important to understand this, because if our service doesn't provide, number one, the customer sale, like right away, then we have to look at, well, how do we get the service that we're providing, that result, how do we get it escalated, right? Get it up the chain to ultimately turn into a customer, okay? And that's where something, or a tool, software like GoHighLevel comes in so powerful, because you can have various services that you integrate with GoHighLevel and ultimately help turn whatever result your service provides into an actual paying customer, which is what the client wants, okay? Now, the services I want to talk about really quick are just two specific services that our agency uses, and a lot of agencies use these services or some kind of variation of them typically. And if your agency does not offer these types of services, then I seriously suggest that you figure out how to work them in or partner up with other agencies that do, because these services here specifically specifically land right on the client results tier in terms of the results that they provide. So the first service one of the first services that we one of the two services that we offer is lead generation. Okay. Now, a lot of agencies do lead generation. That could be Facebook ads, it could be Google ads. We do both. We do Facebook and Google for clients. And in the end, lead generation is exactly what it says. It's going to generate a lead, okay? So the base result that lead generation provides is a lead, okay? So that's the bare bones minimum result that comes out of lead generation. You get a lead, okay? Now, as we discussed, when you generate the lead, that's a couple tiers down from where we ultimately want them. We got to escalate them up. Okay, and that's where GoHighLevel will come in. But before we look at that, the second service that we provide, and we typically like to provide this service first, is a service we call message marketing. Okay, so message marketing, what that is, and I think I've talked about it in other videos here on the channel. Message marketing is simply a combination of email and text marketing. Okay, it's essentially email and text marketing. And what that is think of it similar like a Groupon offer. Groupon, you probably get an email. A lot of us have ended up on Groupon's email list, and every day pretty much you get an email with some kind of offer. Like, hey, there's this new offer or offers from various businesses. It's no different, it's the same whether it's on Groupon or not for any business, right? Actually, most of us probably get emails and texts from businesses that we've done business with before. Okay. I don't know how many emails I get a day from places I bought clothes from, right? And they're like, hey, today we have 30% off, or this week we have a 30% off sale. And sometimes I'll also get a text from that business. Okay. That's all message marketing is. Message marketing is us working with a business. They provide us a list of contacts that they already have, whether that's a customer list, whether that is a VIP list, club that they have, or a newsletter list. And essentially we take that list of people, of those contacts, upload them to GoHighLevel actually, and we send out an email and a text that has an offer in it in order to get people to claim that offer. Now, the beautiful thing about message marketing is the base result, the minimum bare bones result message marketing is going to provide is actually an appointment. Okay. And in a lot of cases, the result it will provide is a direct to a sale. Okay. So for example, right, you may run for a med spa, you might run a message marketing campaign that's offering $50 for $100, a $50 gift card. Sorry, $50 for $100 gift card, something like that. I'm just throwing out some random thing. And in that message, you'd have a link for them to go and purchase the gift card. Okay, so a med spa might be running that kind of offer, any business for that matter. You send that out, and right away, people are paying that $50 to get that $100 gift card. It leads directly to a sale. In other instances, maybe it's that same med spa that's running a Botox special, and people need to book an appointment. Say, hey, there's limited spots for the rest of October only. We're offering, $100 off a Botox treatment. Reply if you're interested in scheduling an appointment, something like that. Someone replies. So the bare bones minimum result I'm providing from that campaign is an appointment. Okay. Why is that? It's because we don't need to get leads. The business already hands us the contacts. We already have the leads. So we skip the line and automatically go to the top 2 in the client results tier. Okay. So having said that, right, now we kind of understand, at least from our agency, right, we understand what our services are, where they provide the results. So then we know, all right, what do we need to do to get these results all the way to the top of the customer sale? So with our 2 services, lead generation, I know I'm going to generate a lead, and then what I need to do is I need to get them to the next steps. I need to get them to an appointment, to ultimately to the customer. Okay, I can use GoHighLevel for that. We'll take a look at that in a second. And for message marketing, if I'm going to run it, I'm going to get direct to an appointment or a sale. And so we'll take a look on what it looks like to set up a message marketing campaign. Okay, so with this, let's just head over to GoHighLevel, and let's look first at lead generation. Okay, so I have lead generation, and my goal would be, okay, I got the lead, and now I want to escalate them to appointments, to sales. Okay, so the real easy way to do that with GoHighLevel is you just set up some automation. You set up a workflow automation. Okay, now in this instance, I have an account that's on a fake gym, Jason's Fit Gym, and I went ahead and put a gym follow-up sequence in here to kind of show you what that would look like. So all I would do is I'd create a new workflow, and I would create this gym follow-up sequence that I'd call it. And basically the way I would have it work is I would set up a trigger that says, hey, when a new lead comes in through my Facebook ad, okay, I want them added to this workflow. So the goal of this workflow is to take them from a lead to, at a minimum, to the next step of appointment, so that we can get them to the ultimate step of money changing hands. Okay. So in this instance here, we set up a very simple workflow of, we're going to wait a minute from once they submit, come in, and then they're going to get an email right away. Okay. So in this case, we have an offer for a 21-day gym pass. Okay. It could be whatever the offer is. And as you can see here, the email is fairly simple. Okay. Hey, you've claimed our 21-day gym pass. Next step is to get you scheduled to come in and claim it. Okay. You can do that by here. So in this case, I could put a link to the calendar for them to book and schedule an appointment to come in. Or, hey, feel free to text or call me if you have any questions. Okay. And we're going to talk soon, and we'd put the owner's name. So in this instance, I have an email going out pretty much a minute after they become a lead saying, hey, next step is to get you scheduled for an appointment so you can come in and get your offer. Okay. And so as you can see, the result of someone interacting with this would take them from lead to appointment, which now makes them higher value on the client results tier and puts them a step closer to the ultimate goal of turning them into a sale. You can see here, we also have a text that goes out. Okay, and that's the beautiful thing about GoHighLevel is I'm gonna have a multi-channel follow-up sequence that is hitting the lead to get them to, again, move to the next step of the client results tier. Okay, so we're gonna hit them multi-channel means we're gonna hit them more ways than one, right? In the world of distractions, in the world of everybody everywhere, emails, even some of the best emails ever, right? Best subject lines ever, you might get a 60% open rate. Okay, that's like top notch type stuff. So that means you send 100 emails, 60 people out of those 100 are going to open, but there's still 40 people that will never even see that offer. Okay, the beautiful thing about incorporating text and having something like GoHighLevel that integrates both is texts have like a 95% open rate or 99% open rate, something crazy like that. Everyone checks their phone, right? So when you hit them more ways than one, your odds go up that you are going to get the message in front of them and get them to the next step. And so this is an example of a text. Hey, this is Jason with Jason Jim. You were interested in possible claim assistance. This has roof damage. It is a template I kind of pulled in here, but obviously I would have the gym. I would make it reflect the gym offer. You're interested in the 21-day gym pass. Would you prefer a text or a call? So in this instance, in the email instance, I'm saying, hey, you can book that thing there for yourself. In the text, I'm trying to get them to respond or reply. Now, the cool thing is the client can be managing this and watching these replies and interact with them right away. So I immediately hand it off to the client, or I can handle that part for the client as well. I can have a VA in here responding to the messages and trying to get them booked and scheduled manually. Again, the ultimate goal is to get these people from lead to appointment, okay? And so as you can see here, we're going to just utilize a workflow, a common workflow in GoHighLevel to hit them with an email. We got a text, and then we're going to wait for the next day, hit them another email, hit them another text, wait to the next day, text, and then you can see here, wait another day, text. And the reason why we kind of switch from email to text is because texts are going to get open more often, okay? So at this point, we're just kind of like, all right, we send a couple of emails. If we're not responding to that, we're just going to hit them primarily with the way that they're probably going to respond or going to see. We hit text. You can see that we drag this out. And in this instance, we have it going out for like 2-3 months. Okay. And you might be saying, well, Jason, why keep bugging them? Well, at any point in time, if they respond to any of these emails or texts and just say, I'm not interested anymore, if they stop, they don't keep getting them. So, you want to incorporate a bunch of emails and texts because you don't know what situation the person's in. They could be in Starbucks and get that text like, oh yeah, that gym offer. Oh, Jason, your pumpkin spice lattes. Oh crap. Put their phone away and now they forgot again, right? So now I got to hit them again. So in the end, they are either going to tell you to leave them alone or they're not interested anymore, which would stop this whole thing. Or they're going to respond like, oh, hey, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm looking to get in and whatever. So either way, you want to provide multiple options for them to respond, okay? And so you can see here, again, this is like I believe this is like a 90-day sequence. And it's spaced out. Like here, we send an email and then we space out another 3 weeks, 21 days before we hit them with the text. So it's not like they're getting bombarded every day. You do that initially because the odds go down as time goes on. The more time that goes on from the time that they submitted their form to the time they respond, the chances of you turning them into an actual customer of any sort dramatically go down. Okay, so as you can see, we start spacing it out and then it's less frequent. And then after a while, they just kind of stop. Okay, but again, at any point in time, they can respond and tell you they're not interested, which would stop this, or we get them booked for an appointment. And so that's how we're going to use GoHighLevel to get our leads from lead generation up to ultimately the customer. We're going to get them to an appointment level, and then during the appointment, obviously the client would convert them to a customer. Now, for a message marketing campaign, it's actually really quick. If you're looking for a quick way to set up something, obviously you can just copy that kind of sequence that I had right there. I'll show you at the end of the video. We have a little private community, me and my business partner, where we actually have some of those workflows already for you, already kind of templated, and you can just kind of change them up for your clients. Another easy thing that you could do is you could hit create workflow, and play with some of the recipes they have here. Like here they have a recipe like Fast 5 Lite, which is a kind of a combination of emails and texts, and they kind of have some branch logic and stuff that you can modify and edit. I like to just use very simple ones like I just showed you. Now the next and last thing I'm going to show you is message marketing. How would we do that using GoHighLevel? Well, GoHighLevel, the GoHighLevel workflows would work just the same. Okay, as a follow-up sequence, the message marketing workflow is pretty much the same thing, except for it is just an email and a text. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to set up a workflow that just triggers off a contact tag. Okay, so because remember, I get a list of names, I get a list of contacts from the business, so I'm going to go ahead and just upload them into GoHighLevel. So in this instance, I would have contacts that I just uploaded, right? You see here, and then I can put a tag on them, right, to have them go into the campaign, or I can just highlight, you know, whatever contact, and then under this robot picture here, you can see here the little thing that says add to campaign or workflow. Okay, so that's how I'm going to set up this workflow. I'm going to go back to automations. Okay, I'm just going to create a workflow, and again, I've already created my May message marketing offer, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, whenever they get tagged this, put them in this sequence. So that way I can go and select the contacts I want, so I can do a little bit at a time. I can drip them in. I can do, I have full control. I don't just want to upload them and have them all go into this campaign. I want to maybe send a few first and see how the responses go, make sure everything works right, in case I need to change something up. So I want complete control when I set these up. So I'll set it up with a contact tag. I'll also set it up so that the texts and messages, and the same thing actually with the lead follow-up notification, like for the example for the lead gen service, I'm going to set under settings a very specific window of time, because I don't want text going out in the middle of the night. I want them to go, in this case, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the only time that these texts or emails will go out. And so it's going to be a very simple. Message marketing is just going to be one email, one text. Okay, I could add like maybe another follow-up text and email that have a couple days later, but a message marketing campaign is kind of a one and done campaign. Think of it like a monthly newsletter, except for it's not a newsletter with information. It's like a one offer, quick hit Groupon style offer. So in this case, my gym is, or the gym client, we're maybe doing a personal training offer. Okay, so in this case, here's my email. Hey, personal training this month only. Hey, Jason here from Jason's Gym. We're offering a free personal training session, only a few spots left. If you're interested, reply back, train me. Okay, again, looking to get a response back, a reply back, so that I can ultimately get the appointment booked. But as you can see, that's the first result that I'm going to get out of this. Like I already got the lead here. So I'm looking, so whatever the first result I'm able to get from this person is automatically an appointment. So I'm already high on the client results here. And then at the appointment, we ultimately convert them to a customer, or the client will do that. Okay, so it have an email, and then we have a text. Very simple, the same kind of theme. Hey, Jason from Jason's Gym, free personal training session, only a few spots open. Just reply back, train me if you want one. And again, they're going to reply, and then either the client, or if I'm getting paid to do it, myself or my team, we're going to respond and say, hey, great. Well, we have a slot tomorrow at 2 p.m. Does that work for you? Come in for your session? Yeah, sounds good. Cool. Boom. Booked an appointment, and now they're in the client's hands. And so ultimately, this is probably the most powerful way that we use GoHighLevel, or the most powerful tools in GoHighLevel that we use in our agency. And that is simply helping our services, the results our services provide, ultimately lead to the ultimate result on the client's results tier, which is customer sale. Okay, you got to look at your services and say, all right, where in the client results tier do my services fall in terms of the result? Looking at the client results tier, knowing what all businesses want, what result am I providing on the tier, and then how do I get them ultimately to the top? Okay, in our case, we use GoHighLevel. Our services already fall in the top 3. And we just use GoHighLevel as that extra tool, that extra boost to put them all the way to the top of the client results tier, which keeps our clients happy and keeps them paying us month after month after month. And all right, look, if you enjoyed that video, enjoyed that information, and again, like I mentioned earlier, me and my business partner, James, we put together a kind of a free community in school. The link's gonna be below this video, along with a couple other resources that you can come in, and we have free training on GoHighLevel, how we use GoHighLevel in our agency. We have some good agency training that if you're interested in starting an agency, we have information on that, how to use GoHighLevel in your business. And you can see here some free resources and a community with over 4,000 members of people in there, all GoHighLevel users, sharing information, networking, making things happen, and learning all kinds of cool things. If you're interested, check out the link below this video. If you like the video, like, subscribe. And with that, we'll just see you in another video. Cheers.